Hi, my name is Jennifer Belcher Forsyth, and I'm attending Kennesaw State University to obtain my master's degree in instructional technology. I will also gain the certification for the online teaching endorsement. I am currently a first grade teacher at Adairsville Elementary School in Adairsville, Georgia. I am fortunate to be able to teach at the elementary school in which I attended, and now I have the opportunity to teach with some of the teachers who helped to mold me along the way. The title of my capstone project is Incorporating Reading Instruction with Technology. I chose to incorporate technology into reading instruction because reading instruction is very crucial in first grade. This is the grade where we teach students how to read. In the following years, students will be expected to read to learn rather than learn to read. Many times we have students within our classroom that are on different levels of instruction. This can become a challenge when trying to get all students the instruction they need to be successful. By finding a technology tool that students can use to learn on their own reading level without the teacher's help, we can ensure that all students are getting more reading instruction on their reading level to help them become better readers and be more successful in reading instruction. For this project, I have devised a plan for the first grade teachers to use the iReady program within their classroom so that students can have time each week to work on their reading level that was assigned to them through the program's computerized assessment process. When the students use the computer program, they are given a lesson that teaches them the content or skill. They then work through many different activities to practice the skill they just learned. At this point, students will take a short quiz to see if they have mastered the skill and standard that they have been working on. If students do not show mastery of the standard, the program will notify the teacher and make the student redo those lessons before they can move on to the next skill. The program is very animated with cartoon characters, songs, and different manipulatives that students use throughout the lessons. This helps to keep students on task, and the program even notifies the teacher of how long the student has spent on task when working through a specific lesson. I showed teachers how to incorporate this program within their classroom during independent student work time for reading to ensure that every student has their given time on the computer each week. By using independent time, the teacher can still pull students to work with while others are on the computer working through their lessons. I have devised a plan so that teachers can use the data that is given to them from this program to help pull students into small groups and give them the extra help in the area or skill as needed. By doing this, the teachers are using our data from the program along with data collected in the classroom to ensure that all students are getting the instruction they need. While it is a challenge to have all teachers have all students on the program each week, I have given them a schedule that I have tried in my own classroom that has worked and allowed students their given time on the computer to work at their level. I held meetings for the teachers each month to give them ideas or plans on how to incorporate this in their classroom, as well as help them to problem solve the difficulties on implementing the tool in the classroom. I have also been available to answer any questions that teachers might have once they start using the tool in their classroom. To evaluate this process, I collected data on each first grade classroom to see how much time the teacher is using the online reading instruction program. I then look at students' progress monitoring data to see how student scores are improving based on the amount of time that they have received on the computer. I would like for students to take the progress monitoring assessment on the computer to see how their scores match compared to our data that is collected in the classroom. We should also have taken the diagnostic test at the end of the year, which will show how much students have learned or gained since taking it in December. I should be able to compare the amount of online reading instruction to students' growth, as well as traditional reading instruction to students' growth, to see which method is helping students make the most growth in their reading skills. We can use this data to see how the online portion benefited students at their own level for the next grade level. I also use teacher feedback to see how the implementation process and use of the tool went in their classroom. Although this Capstone experience started off great, things definitely changed once the school went to digital learning in March. I had met with teachers to discuss the plan and showed them how I implement the tool in my classroom. Teachers were working on their plan to use this tool within their classroom, and some had begun to let certain students on the computer to utilize this tool when we were all removed from the school building. When we went to digital learning, teachers were able to still allow students to use the iReady program for reading instruction on their level at home. However, not all students had the needed technology to use these tools at home. We also found out that our county did not purchase the growth monitoring tool in reading as they had for the math portion of the program. Since we did not have this element of the program, our progress monitoring data was used to see the student progress over time. Even though we did not get to use the program within the classroom as expected, the teachers were still able to see the impact on student learning with the students who were able to use the program at home while they were learning digitally. We were able to see great things with this tool for students who were lacking in the reading instruction at this time. I was able to reach out to the teachers to see how the progress was going with their students and answer any questions that they might have. We did not have the monthly meetings, but as the school as a whole, iReady was at a forefront for reading and for math instruction for all grade levels if the technology was present at home. With every teacher I spoke with, they were excited to get back to school to try and use the program in the classroom as we intended to use it this school year. Although this project ended differently than we had hoped, I still feel like we had great outcome from the data and implementation that we did have. The county decided to change programs with the start of the new school year, and even though we are not using the iReady program anymore, we are using the MAP assessment, and it allows us to use individualized learning for students through their Exact Path program. This program allows students to work on their level in the content areas of reading, language arts, and math. I am currently the digital teacher for first grade and have started students on their Exact Path journey of doing the lessons on their own level in each subject area. So far, the data that we have gained this year is very beneficial for student learning and for small group instruction within the classroom to help students build those skills that they need to become successful readers.